Welcome to Stitching with Cindy Botts. Today we have this really fun, gorgeous wall hanging to talk about. What is special about this wall hanging is the fact that it's also a display for your photographs. So you can print out some photos that you like and put them on some cardstock. This is a 3x5 card, and all you need to do is just fold them a little bit and tuck them into this little mini frame, and they will stay nice. Now let me see if I can get that to go in better. Just like that. So you just print out your pictures and you want to cut them to size. This is a 4-inch square there. Put it on that cardstock, or like I said, a 3x5 card, and you can change out your photos whenever you want. Okay, so this is just something fun. It's a really cute wall hanging without photos, but with photos it's even more special. So let's talk about how we did this. So this is 4 star units put together, and they're very easy to make. And what you have here, if we break it down, is this is just a 4.5-inch square. This is a flying geese that starts with a white 4.5 by 2.5-inch rectangle. This is a 2.5-inch square. This is a strip of fabric cut at 1.5 and then folded over. This is a 2.5-inch square. Then we'll talk about this center square later, because I did add the red in a different way for that one and then sewed it on top. So how I did these blocks, I took my 4.5-inch block that goes right there, and I took this 1.5-inch strip that I folded over and pressed, and I edged my fabric. Just sewed that right on so that this 1/4 inch is open and loose and a 1/4 seam allowance, and then I just went and did the same to the next side. All right, so then I just put the next side on and just worked my way around. Okay, so that gives you this flap. Okay, so that gives you the flap, and if we looked on the back, you can see, no, not really. Okay, I was gonna say you can see where that is. Oh, there, you can see it a little bit. It's tucked in there. Okay, so that's how you do these 4 centers of the stars. Okay, as we just take that strip that we folded in half, that 1.5-inch strip, and we sew it down on the top. Then we put another strip on this side and around, leaving that gap, that flap, where you can slide your photo in. And that's what holds your photo. Now, to do the flying geese, we're going to do something a little different. Go ahead and fold your 4.5 by 2.5-inch square in half. And typically you just lay your square on there and sew on the diagonal. Well, we're going to add another step, taking that 1.5-inch strip that you folded over. You are going to draw a line on the diagonal and then another line 1/4 of an inch in. All right, and that's where you're going to set this strip, is so that it touches that line, and then you're going to put your square right over the top, and then you're going to treat it just like you would any other flying geese, and you're just going to sew the diagonal from point to point. And what that's going to do is that is going to trap that right in there, giving you this here component. Now, if you wanted to, and you had some small pictures that you wanted to make a little diamond template for and set that on top of your photo, you could add a small photo right under these too, if you wanted to. You know, just someone's face or, you know, something like that. But you don't have to. Again, this is up to you. This makes a really darling little wall hanging, just like it is without photos. But if you had some small photos that you wanted to cut down into the diamond shape, this does have that little flap over that would hold it. Okay. All right. So then you would just do the same thing. You know, trim this down. Do the same thing you do for any other flying geese. Do the other side. Press it back. Fold it down. Now, the construction of the block, you just put a flying geese on each side of the center one, and then you put a flying geese here with a 2.5 inch square on this side. So 2.5 inch square, right sides together, sew it down, do the same thing here, and make your unit, your square, flying geese square, your flying geese square, flying geese, and then down here your square, flying geese square. Now in the center, this will show 4 of these squares coming together, 4 of these corners coming together. And I wanted to put something else in the center. My sister said that it was kind of dull in the center with just the white, and I agreed with her. So what I did was I took a 4-inch square. All right. Then I took this same 1.5 inch strip with right sides together. I sewed my 1/4 inch, and then I folded it back at a point where it would give me just a 1/4 inch on the back. So this one, do not, don't fold it and press it, leave it open. So you take your strip, right sides together, you sew that down, then you fold this back so that you have just a 1/4 inch flap on this side that's not sewn down, and a 1/4 inch coming around the back. And then I took a little glue stick and glued that down. Then I trimmed the side here and here to make that work. And again, using just a little bit of glue. Let me just kind of see if we can do that. There we go. Using just a little bit of glue, I folded in my, trim this down, and was able to use a little bit of glue to fold this over and make a nice corner over the top of it. Okay, so you can see there's still that little flap there, but this is sewn down now on top of the quilt. So this piece that you've made, this white piece that you've made with your borders around it, you are just going to neatly place that right over top of the seamed floor in the center, and you're just going to sew that right down, making another little frame for the center, and you will not have just a white spot there. Otherwise, without that, you'll have this white square, which is fine, but it needed that extra little pop of red, and gives you a 5th place if you choose to use this as a photo holder, a 5th square. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Please like and subscribe. This was really neat, creating this different flying geese. I really like this 2-color accent here on the pointy part. I hope you have a great day. Please like and subscribe, and come on back. This is a 1.5 inch strip border, And this is a 2.5-inch strip border that I will square up and quilt, put a hanger on the back, and up on the wall it goes with some very nice photos. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.